on Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. Come on, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Poets, is it worth it to canvas the earth with your words? Networking makes your voices sound familiar to the mature ear. We hear. Those willing are allowed to speak loudly. Our homage to Spike Lee's Wake Up, Wake Up. Now for the second poem, I'm going to need you to imagine that I'm wearing one of these hats pictured on the sheet. Melvin and me and Melvin. And if you've ever seen Sekai perform this, I know I can't hold a candle to it, but I'm going to try. A friend of mine I knew would be attending tonight. She asked me to share a direct message. She asked me to be dramatic with it. She asked me and said, if you run into J.D. Vance, if you run into J.D. Vance, if you run into J.D. Vance, let him know that this is my pussy. My pussy cat. And he needs to keep his hands off Melvin. And then she asked me to wear this hat. Pretend hat. Now quickly, I'm going to read a poem about the ocean and how if we don't protect our environment, our natural resources, and elect people who will do that, they won't be around much longer and they will claim us too. I have always known her weapons to be gentle, mighty, and world-ending. Well, like the cradle eats death for breakfast, washes with tears, and sifts through wicked bones. Her children listen to the moon. They hear how evil vibrates and they are angry. They feel how reincarnation smiles through the water, and they are still. The next poets are going to be some of Sekai's colleagues from the Osage Poets, so please first welcome Alicia.
Great music. It's hard to follow. Anyway, my name is Alicia, and I'd like to be reading something positive, but I don't know. I just wrote one poem, and this poem was inspired by all kind of nastiness that's been going on for the last 8 years, let's say, since that guy, whose name I will not say, opened his mouth. So this kind of gets a little crude, but anyway, it's called The Supremes, or The Cursed. And I just wanted to tell you that the last 3 words are three-legged curs. Like those dogs that only have 3 legs, a three-legged cur, just so you know, you hear it. Many have followed their God gets his way, obey shortcuts, honor contorted existence, challengers be vanished. Their lungs bloat, goad them limits, urgent land at war with itself, aim real low, no price without chaos, backed up, rounds shoot up, the right to murder, we go, wound the barren, dirt pipe, steel ascending, the law of uncertainty on a regimen of why not, obese with clout, vendor goblets of covet, no water for you chain gangs. We lie because we, this snuff film reality, forbidden, lip-stitched into vacant, piss-drunk on pilfering, threaten our special. Knock up, you gals, it's our birthing, placenta first, wicked fast rush, man, we name this plenty, and baby love, can't stop and charred breath inflame, Slick directives shovel you in, your shoes on, never happen. Channel mute underworld, quell, thick-tongued, slash earth, gash, excrement, bullet hole, ballot, hang clench, fist F ourselves, pale trigger, finger our three-legged curves. Thanks, and on that note, you know, I'm all for Kamala. Kamala! And we can maybe get rid of that pendejo, el pendejo grandísimo, el feo, el malo, muy malo. Okay. And the next reader is Cassie McDonald, another poet from the Osage Poets.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening. So, before I begin, I have a commission. I have a responsibility. We met a young woman earlier tonight, and she was feeling a little anxious. She wasn't feeling a lot of hope. And we told her where we were going, and she was very encouraged. And she said, please, send one up for me. So I said, Issa, her name is Issa, I'm going to bring you into the room when I am there. I'm going to send courage to you and love to you and say, everything's going to be all right. So, Issa, you're here with us. If you know anyone who's feeling discouraged tonight, hold that name in your heart right now, because we all need to take care of each other. So, you know, some of my wisdom these days comes from tea towels. I don't know if you see those tea towels. My favorite one recently was this. We're taught kindness as children. I just think there needs to be a little more follow-up. And I think often about what we tell children and teach children, and we're not taking the lesson ourselves. So this first poem, this sort of touches on that. It's one of those things we say to children about how to be in the world. It's called Use Your Words. And it was written in 2016, and somehow it's strangely relevant again. Use your words. Perfidy is a word you don't get to use much. I found it in the crossword. Overheard in the world. Yo, Jackie, if you buy a hat in 7-Eleven, I'm gonna leave you, just so you know. Two trees reaching toward one another while the sun picks out a few leaves for illuminating. Lamps in the green evening. We need a word for that. How the retreating light draws the sharpness of the day out of my heart. The candidate opens his mouth. Out of the dark square, the same 10 words. Yo, America, if you elect Donald Trump, I'm leaving you, just so you know. I am trying to tell you, names disappear in time. Goodbye, Dinah, Bertram, Philomena, Mortimer. When someone loves you, your name is safe in their mouth. I walk a path, scattered birdseed, alive with song. Thank you for listening. And the second one, this was inspired by a story I read about how we recently discovered that marmosets call each other by individual names. which means they have more cognitive abilities than some people I could name. And Bobby, I wanted to say, I don't know if he's in the room, thank you so much for playing the song Naming Names, because both of these poems are really about naming names, which is so important. This is dedicated to Kay, and I think we all know who Kay is. It's called Listen to Adonis Call Dionysus. Call me by my name, dumb animals, you clever underground linguists. I'm sure I heard the cat say, Mom, a voice he only uses for me. Do you laugh among yourselves at the names we choose? Olivia Newton-John, Dog of the Week. Your true name, Olivia, one that our mouths could never form or minds comprehend. Adonis and Dionysus, marmoset mates, trill and fee, it's a word. We've only just caught on that you have your own names, always have. I'm speaking, call me by my name, you dumb. Naming individuals, the doctor says, requires sophisticated cognitive abilities. My own name, meanwhile, will strike my ear, a bell above the babble and wash of background noise. Will you find a way through? Say the word, a gesture, a laugh, to reach the still living hope that has no name.